What's good? We back with that second sermon. You already know what it is. You already know. You already know. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. Shouts out to Low Key. Just in case you still want to get on the panel. Till then, we're gonna break this shit down. We're gonna talk about the false teachings of Paul just a little bit. And then we're gonna go off until there is no Jesus and no rapture ain't coming. So hopefully I can probably bunch this up in within 40 minutes, maybe an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because I am now like 18 hours and 13 minutes. So I think I probably can do an hour. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the Hurykane Night Baptist Church. You already know. At this church, we gonna ask. We gonna ask. We gonna ask some questions like, God, why the fuck you put that goddamn tree in the garden? But let's get it. False teachers of fucking Paul. It's for social. These motherfuckers some hoes. They just kicked me out. But I'm back, y'all. Back in the Hurykane Night Baptist Church. Let's go. All right, that you have there. Notice what it says. The tragedy that has existed since the inception of the Pauline message are the factions, or the divisions, or the denominations, whatever word you want to use, or the sects, S-E-C-T-S, all right, that have been created among believers who genuinely love and devote their life to the things of God. Now, what are some of these factions, for example? Let me give them to you. You got what you call the Lutheran Church, the Methodist Church, the Episcopalian Church, the Baptist Church, the Pentecostal Church. Then you can break all that up into different, you got the United Methodist Church, all right, the Christian Methodist Episcopal, all right, the African Methodist Episcopal. Oh, this thing gets longer and longer and longer and longer. Okay, then you have what you call the Unified Free Will Baptist. Okay, then you got the Progressive Baptist. Then you got the National Baptist, all right? Then you got the Southern Baptist. You got the American Baptist. All of these factions, okay? Then you have the Church of God, the Apostolic Church, all right? The Church of the Foursquare, Holiness Corner, Everlasting God, Recognition Church, okay? I mean, you can just keep on naming the factions that all exist because of their perspective or viewpoint of Paul's writings and teachings. All right. And this is why most Christians are not Christians, they're Paulinians. Or we can just call them the Pauline Christians. Do whatever you want. No one is good. No, not one. Do whatever you want, as long as you repent at the end of the day. I think I talked about that on a couple services. So Paul's writings have, believe it or not, actually caused a lot of confusion, or the writings that have been attributed to Paul have caused a lot of confusion. Now, how does that fit in? If y'all remember, some time ago, I taught you about something called ordo ad chaos. All right? For those of you who don't remember, that's Latin for order out of chaos. Okay? Now, again, it's about control. It's about control. All right? How many of y'all remember this little TV sitcom that used to come on television called Get Smart?
Y'all remember that sitcom, right? Okay, well, now notice here, again, order out of chaos. Ordo ab chaos. Okay? Well, here we go. And again, it's about controlling the people, right?
Novos Ordo Seclorum. That's New Order of the World. New World Order. That's on the back of your dollar bill. Novos Ordo Seclorum. I bet y'all didn't know that. History lesson.
The company that Maxwell Smart worked for was called Control. That's right. All right. The enemy agency was called Chaos. You got it, brother. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So, and of course, the name of the show was Get Smart. In other words, wake up, people. Okay. But of course, we saw it as comedy and we laughed, not realizing that they're putting the thing right on television here. Okay. So, order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. How does religion, how does that work in religion? By coming up with all of these different doctrines, denominations, all right, and all of them are at odds with each other. All right, the Pentecostal church is saying that the Baptist.
Yeah. All these 42,000 plus denominations all gang banging spiritually with each other.
See what I'm saying? The Baptists are saying that the Pentecostal are eccentric. They don't went overboard. You know what I'm saying? The Lutherans say that both y'all crazy. See what I'm saying? So all of these churches, and consequently, we as a people are literally divided. All because of our cognitive reality or our religious perspective. The Christian church is mostly Pauline, as it says in your notes, followers of Paul in their profession. They claim this as though Paul's message supersedes the whole counsel of God. We must be on guard against this deception, which can lead to spiritual error. Always remember that Paul's message is his. I'll say it again, people. What Paul taught, or what the Bible claims is Paul's teachings, is his. What Paul taught, Jesus did not teach. The disciples did not teach it. Okay? Paul is the only person who came up with this doctrine, or this teaching that he taught. And what was that teaching? That the European don't have to keep God's law.
Wow.
Ain't that deep? That the Gentiles do not have to keep the law to be saved. That's powerful. Yeah, let's look at some references right quick here. The Bible says that Paul's teachings were fabricated by him and him alone. Let's look at Romans 2:16. Romans, the 2nd chapter, the 16th verse. Now, I'm gonna show you again what we call attribution, or false attribution. We're looking at the book of Romans, right? Based on what we've been taught, who wrote Romans? Paul, right? I mean, it says it plain as day at the beginning, the epistle or the letter of Paul, the apostle, to the Romans, right? So we've been saying that Paul wrote Romans. Keep your finger there in the 2nd chapter right quick and turn to the end of the book, to the 16th chapter of Romans, and let's read verse 22. And tell me who wrote this book. Tertius, right? Now, of course, there are people that's going to come up with all kind of explanations. Well, that was his nickname. Okay? You know, that's another name they call Paul. You know, no, it wasn't. Somebody else going to come up, well, that was his scribe. That was his secretary. And, well, then that means that his secretary was in prison with him. You know, come on, people. You know, it plainly says that Tertius is the author or the writer of this epistle. All right? But they would have us believe that Paul wrote it. All right, let's go back to the 2nd chapter, the 16th verse. It says, in the day when God shall judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ, underline the rest of this verse. What does it say? According to my gospel. Put a circle around that word my. Right? Not according to the teachings of Jesus or anything like that. According to my gospel. All right? Well, let's
my.
Turn back to Romans 16 again and see what else he says about that. Romans 16:25. Yeah, it's Yashay. Now to him that is of power to establish you according to what? There it is again, according to my gospel. Let's look at another reference. Turn to 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter. In fact, we're going to read verses 7 and 8. 2 Timothy, 2nd chapter, verses 7 and 8. Notice what the Bible says. Consider what I say. Notice how he says that. He's saying to Timothy, Timothy, I want you to give some thought to what I'm saying to you. But then notice what he tells him. He says, and the Lord give thee understanding in all things. In other words, he knew that what he was about to say was a fabrication. He knew it. All right? And that's how we as a people are made to believe as well. They tell us stuff that they know ain't true. When they say it, something in their spirit doesn't jive right. And then they turn around and say, you got to believe this thing. You just got to believe it. Okay? Listen, people, y'all see this microphone in front of my face? You looking at it? Do you have to believe it's here? You have to believe it's there. It's there, right? You see the evidence, right? Same thing, people.
Right. Same thing when it comes to this bitch ass motherfucker Jesus. This is Paul shit. Now we about to go here. Some more Ray Haggins. Hold on, I gotta get through this ad real quick. Shouts out to everybody coming through.
Brothers and sisters, will cause such uneasiness in our brothers and sisters who are still stuck in religion, especially the religion of Christianity, that it's going to prompt retaliatory response patterns. Did you hear what I said? Yeah. There's actually a verse in the Bible that says that people will do harm to you, thinking that they do God a service.
Right. So all these Christians out here that's acting violent or fucking with niggas online, talking reckless and crazy and shit, they think they doing that for God. You know, like, this how fucked up niggas' minds is. They think they doing that for God. Being violent, going crazy, being all emotional and want to argue and fight with a motherfucker that just don't want to believe. After they gave you the testimony, like, nigga, this is the reason why I got no answer when I prayed. Everybody that I prayed for got worse. Situations got worse. But you know what they say? Come on, man, you just gotta believe. And then when you motherfucker like, man, nigga, I'm not believing in no bullshit. And then you be like, man, nigga, believing in that shit is like believing in Santa Claus. And what really makes them mad is anybody believing in invisible entities is retarded. I'm gonna keep on saying it. Y'all niggas need to be locked up in Arkham. I lost 2 subscribers like after that motherfucking Sunday service, man. Nigga, I was just at 991. Now I'm back at 989. Ain't that a bitch? I guess I've been talking about the Christian God. Put my foot in his ass because the motherfucker ain't real. So really, I'm kicking air. But if God is real, Jesus is real, they both catching these hands. You gonna go to hell. Well, the devil got to catch these hands first then. Like, shit. Like, goddamn.
There are some people who, in fact, in the Roman Catholic Church, you have what's called Jesuits. And not only Jesuits, you have what's called the Knights of Malta. These are people who have taken an oath to defend the church at any cost. So when...
At any cost. Vatican got assassins too. And yet, y'all trip on me for wanting to destroy the government and religion, but they have shit in place where they're destroying us and get us to destroy ourselves with arguments and debates and actual physical fucking violence. Nigga don't want to believe in this bullshit. And don't get me started on the motherfucking slavery shit. You know how they murdered, raped, pillaged this land and used the Bible as, yo, the Bible said we're supposed to do it. God said, serve your earthly masters. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemy. I will put you to the hands of the enemy. You know, this is your book, nigga. Now take this whipping.
Doctrines and information comes forth that literally chisels away at the foundation of such a strategic belief system as Christianity. Then those who are proponents of Christianity, those who have taken a vow to defend the faith, feel that it's their duty to do something about it. But it's okay, because the truth needs no defense. It speaks on its own. So the message that I want to share with you today, brothers and sisters,
Salute.
is this. Everybody repeat after me. There will be no rapture.
There will be no rapture.
And Jesus is not coming back.
And Jesus is not coming back.
Y'all get that?
Hell yeah.
Now, once again, I know those of you here, you know that already, unless we have some visitors with us today. Okay? But there are a lot of, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm starting to get an influx on Facebook, email, phone calls. I'm starting to get a serious influx of people who've been listening, who started listening from the perspective of how can I disprove this brother? You follow what I'm saying? But in the attempts to try to disprove what I'm saying, they've gotten harpooned. They didn't just get hooked. They got harpooned. And that giant hook of the harpoon is in them. And now it's like, man, you got to answer some questions so that we are better equipped to reach our brothers and sisters. I want to share this information with you. I say again, and actually I want you guys to replicate what I'm going to do today. Okay? Starting from right here. Before I share this information with you, please understand, brother. Please understand. And hear me. Listen to what I'm saying. I love you. I really do. And I don't mean you any harm. But I must share this information with you to help open your eyes and set you free. Yes. If it's unbearable for you, then just put it down until you can come back and
receive it. But most motherfuckers be like, I'm about to unsubscribe to Hurykane. This nigga dissing my God. I love my Jeebus. But there's a dope motherfucker. Because when you ask these questions, when motherfuckers be like, I have a personal relationship with God and Jesus, and you be like, prove it. Where's the text message? Where's the voicemail? Where's the Snapchat? Where's the motherfucking FaceTime? Show the video footage of you sitting in the living room. Did he pop up off the closet? Say, peekaboo, bitch. I got you. You know what I'm saying? None of that. It's all imaginary friends, imaginary entities. And you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker saying they're receiving downloads and angel talking to them and shit. It's like, prove that shit. Because at the end of the day, those motherfuckers are kicking back with their feet up because they say Earth is a footstool. No wonder nothing is not getting done because they got our feet on our necks. While the enemy on this motherfucking plane of existence, on this planet or planet, whatever the fuck it is, got their foot on our necks, killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through the disease. And the question is, where is God? Where is Jesus? These motherfucking Christians keep on fucking saying, we gotta suffer because Jesus suffered. And the motherfucker wasn't even real, so we're suffering. This is why I fuck with Buddha. One of the four noble truths, nigga, life is suffering. Simple as that. Get used to it. Deal with it. And like unlock the God within. I got it open now. I got the I got the link open now. It should be in the chat. I'm gonna throw the link back in the chat. I did it just for the, just for the pull up. And I was gonna talk this shit real quick until somebody came up. The second service. But I put it in the chat again. Yep, I was waiting though, but I ain't see it in the I ain't see the notification on the thing popped up unless I gotta put my fucking glasses on. Yes, I think I need glasses, y'all. My vision getting blurry on some shit, dog. I'm like, oh shit. Salute T-Style again. Salute low key. But I threw it in the chat if you got any words on what was talked about on the first service or this service. Or like if you there's gotta be words about religion, period.
Deal with it later. Because the information ain't going nowhere. You have to digest it as you can.
But my bad, dog. I'm on the StreamYard anytime, biz, and I think I only got an hour and probably 10 minutes. We at 20 right now.
The fact that there will be no rapture. And Jesus is not coming back. Now, let me tell you how this works, how this unfolds. A lot of people who are watching me right now, you know what I'm saying?
People already upset with me because I keep on saying God and Jesus going to catch these hands. And they don't even care if I throw the devil in the mix. All of them catching these hands, but all they hear is Jesus and God. Some Christian told me, you can't beat God. God is all powerful and all this. I'm like, if he's all powerful and all this, how come he ain't saving this planet from the evil that's on it? How come you just can't take out Lucifer if he's just the main bad guy of the story? The fuck out of here. This nigga been playing 5D chess since the beginning of the goddamn Bible. What type of motherfucker put an evil spirit on a motherfucking nigga while telling another nigga, you got to get your motherfucking people back from the nigga I put the evil spirit on? Get the fuck out of here.
Because Ray Hagen's just said,
Hurykane just said,
no rapture.
there will be no rapture.
Jesus is not coming back.
Oh,
So why do we modify the subject to say it this way? The Bible says that there will be no rapture. And Jesus is not coming back. Now let me.
all right. I think it's low key. Okay, cool. Salute. There will be no rapture.
Yeah.
What's good? Mic check is good.
You can hear
Yo, yo. Yep. Loud and clear.
me? All right. What up, Nick?
Shit, man. Chilling like a James Bond villain. Trying not to commit no more allegedly.
So look, Hurykane, we gonna have a quick conversation, bro. My thing is like I kind of want to know, how can you hate God when God is you? God is inside of you. How can you hate God when you're an extension of God? So, you know what I mean?
Ooh, see, those inner questions that we need to ask. And real shit, that's a great question. And I'm gonna try to answer it the best way I can without confusing everybody. I think because I separated the spirit side of myself and looked at God as a physical motherfucking bully type shit, I think like that's where my mind is at. But you're right. We are the extension of him because we are made in his image. And I think if I obtain the God power within, I could be able to motherfucking beat him. And then I probably sacrifice myself in the process, become a martyr for the cause. Who knows? I don't give a shit. Or maybe like the whole reality might shatter and I destroy everything in the process. And I kind of don't care.
This nigga's crazy. Cause like my thing is, dude, like I look at like God, the creator, most high, supreme architect, whatever the fuck, bro, whatever people call it. I look at it like a frequency. It's just, for me, I interpret it as a frequency. And it's just like, from your gut, having a gut feeling that something is wrong, having discernment, having spiritual foresight. You can see shit happen before it happened. You could pick, we pick up energies about people and shit. You know if a person is a good person or not. Like that I just feel like we're tapping into like an unseen frequency, and that's how I kind of when I think about God and like when I think about God or the source, that's what I think about. I think about a frequency. I don't think about like a third party necessarily that's like trying to like, you know, rule over us and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And real talk, you on the right path with it because it's like to like study the universe. I think they say we got to study frequency, sound, and energy. So yeah, so you know, like it gotta be that. And plus, I was watching the Futurama episode, and Bender, you know, the fucking robot met God, and he was nothing but like a like energy, frequency, and sound, and lights and shit.
Oh,
So you know,
facts.
the
So
shit was
yeah,
crazy.
so it's like if we extensions of the source and we just energy at the end of the day, that just means God is just, or the source or creator is just the energy perfected, kind of, sort of, right? It's like
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah,
perfected energy. You know, it's, you know, like flawless energy type shit. You know, so it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I get what you're saying as far as like religion, how they didn't fucking manipulated that shit. You know, and these people, they, you know, but even with like Jesus Christ, I don't necessarily believe that. You know, that I feel like it was a lot of hype behind that. You know, that's the biggest fucking, you know, marketing strategy in the world, Jesus Christ. But as far as everything he, like, bro, whenever we do what Jesus did, we get crucified. You look at fucking people out here that's trying to live a righteous life, they get fucking, like, when you see a person that's trying to like be on the frequency of like a saint or a righteous person, people want you dead. People want you censored. They want you to shut the fuck up. And a lot of times they want you going. So it's like a lot of this shit that they say Jesus went through, like the whole, you know, whatever, like the reaction is what I'm talking about. The reaction to like being a righteous person. That shit's still true today. You know, it's
Yeah.
a negative reaction. When you like a real person and you honest and you based in truth, it's like I've never seen a reaction be like, yo, thank you. You know what I mean? I've never
Right.
seen, like, when you tell somebody the truth, I've never seen a motherfucker be like, yo, thank you. It's always fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shouts out to the enemies, Public and Monkey Man. Like, I hope you got that verse, Monkey Man. But shouts out to the enemies, Public
Hey,
and
you
Monkey
ain't
Man. I
heard?
thank y'all for coming through.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. I finished
Salute.
that. Hey,
Salute.
man, I finished it. That bearded come. I mean that Cypher beat, man. It's finished. I sent it to bearded, bro. And I got another track that I want. I ain't getting on it, but I want you and Cito Boy to collab on it. I already sent it to you on Band Lab, man. I think that'll be an awesome track for y'all two to jump on. I don't care what y'all come up with. That's on y'all.
For sure. Good looking out. What's up, enemies, Public? Hey, yo, what's your thoughts on, you know, like on religion or anything? You know, like, you know, let's get it off your chest.
I'm just a believer, bro. I don't. I believe. Hey, whatever you believe in, that's what you believe in. I don't knock what you believe in. I don't care what's true. I believe whatever you believe in is true. You know what I'm saying? But don't force it on me, because I ain't gonna force mine on you. You feel what I'm saying? That, that's just how I rock. You know, I ain't gonna knock a nigga for what he believe in. If that's what's getting him through the day, if that's what's helping him get his bread, that's what putting food on the table, and that's what he believe in, I can't knock him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a believer. I believe in Jesus. I believe it was I'm not saying Jesus did all that magical shit, but I know some of the shit that Jesus went through, niggas go through today. Hell, who hang with 12 niggas, and out of the 12 niggas, you the only miracle maker, but they still fuck over you. That's everybody in the world. So I just believe it was a nigga named Jesus that been fucked over just like everybody else have. But you know what I'm saying? I believe that's a higher power. But like I say, that's just what I believe in. Whatever you believe in, I don't give a damn if it's Buddha or you don't believe in nothing. If it's working for you, it's working for you.
Damn. Shit, that's what's up. What you got to say, enemies, Public? What's good?
Peace, brother. Whenever somebody tell you that you should suffer undeservingly that's a culprit that's going to make you suffer undeservingly. When somebody tell, only person that would tell you if you're slapped to turn the other cheek is that one who's slapping the hell out you. So, you know, I don't knock what makes a person get up and handle their business. You know, if you get up and handle your business and stand and act on behalf of our people, if that's what make you move, I'm good with that. But those who stand at the rostrum and talk to us about what we should believe, they don't even believe that because
No bullshit.
we don't see them, you know, activating anything outside of themselves. Because when they say God help those who help themselves, you have to understand that and you know, internalize it. If you're not doing nothing about your condition, you're not God helping yourself. So your condition going to remain. And for anybody to tell you to look outside yourself and look to the sky, how many of our people have gone to their grave waiting for that man to return when you should be looking in yourself? That man is not coming. If you internalize that and bring that into fruition, that man is here. We shouldn't be looking, we should, you know, look inward to get rid of that N-word inside yourself. Because nobody gonna kill that N-word but you.
Bro, that's why they say the kingdom of heaven is inside.
Within.
Yep.
And
How do
and
how do
there's
they not
how you gonna
understand
look to the sky? How you gonna look to the sky for promised land?
Damn, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yep.
You know, they tell us we are promised land, but it also tells us that we should inhabit the land, till the land. If you lazy as hell, you're not going to inhabit the land or till the land. It's a responsibility. You know, the word Lazarus is synonymous to the word lazy.
Oh. Eat, sleep, rise, nigga. Put your ass up, do something.
I'll land for there, my brothers.
Man, that's deep right there. Hey, and that's what I'm talking about. As long as you doing the righteous and you believe in it for the better of the people and not trying to mess over nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I dig that, you know what I'm saying? I dig that. So we need to look within because we always looking for a handout. Look within yourself and put your hand out and go do something. Shit, go do something, bro. I feel that, bro. Get your ass up and do something, bro. Yeah, look to the sky and say, "Thank you, Lord, for giving me breath to go do something." Go do something. We so waiting for something to come out the sky. I hope a prayer come out the sky. It's right in your forehead. You can go do something. Wake up. That brother was deep on that.
So do y'all believe in this kind of like concept of you put here, you have like a certain purpose, a soul purpose you got to complete. Like you got certain lessons you got to learn before you can transcend, right? Do y'all have kind of like ever heard of this concept where if you don't complete these specific goals or life lessons, you're going to get reincarnated and keep coming back here? Y'all believe in that?
I don't know about keep coming back, but I believe everybody should try to get to the next level, and yeah, everybody should evolve in whatever they do, whatever music, job, whatever. Every day you should evolve, but I don't think you, cause I mean, if you do reset and come back, I hope you come back with a different brain. Shit.
Yeah, but that's not a reset. That's not a reset. If you come back with the same way.
Some people explain it to me, brother. I don't want to sound stupid, but that's what I'm saying. Like, see, if you keep starting over and over and you ain't reaching your goal, you need another brain.
Yeah, it's the Groundhog Day. It's the Groundhog Day thing.
Nigga, Hurykane on dialysis. What the fuck going on over there?
Oh, no, I think somebody in their truck. I think Monkey Man probably driving.
Yeah, somebody backing up.
Yeah, somebody got to be driving. But like what I thought was, like I used to think about that. Like I'm here for a purpose, and I was like, if I was here for a purpose, and like after all the shit I've been through, after all the shit I read, I think my main purpose is to rack up my spirit points and fight God one-on-one.
Somebody, some people never learn what their purpose are, and some people are, they never, even if they do learn it, they don't get to complete their purpose. Life happens, and sometimes life ends before you're able to do it. And some people's purpose is to show us what we shouldn't do. It's not all about showing us what we should do or telling us what we should do. Some people will be by example what we shouldn't be, and they'll show us through the outcome of their actions.
Yeah. Wise man learn from the mistake of others. I'm not about to do what the fuck that motherfucker did. I'm going this way.
So, like, my thing with you, Hurykane, is like, I feel like our purpose, our main goal is to return to the source. Like, our main goal is to return to, God's source, Most High, whatever, to get back into that frequency. And I feel like you might be in this paradigm, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. You might be in this paradigm where you feel like you want to fight God, but it's like you might be fighting yourself. You might be holding yourself back from returning back from the source of which you came. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know what that because I don't know what our goals are. Alchemist. I thought about that. I thought about that a lot, and then I realized I was like, these are my thoughts, and these no one else's, so I can dig it.
I don't know what people's goals are, but they will return to the source, whether they want to or not, or whether they're ready or not. You will return to the source.
Oh, that's what's up.
You will return to the source. You don't have to be, if you're not ready, that's on you, but it's going to come a time that everybody will return to the source.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because we gotta talk. They gotta talk to him. I gotta talk to the source to be like, yo, son. Gotta answer these questions. What you about to say, Lo?
I was gonna say, like, I think like I said, I think the source is just like perfect, like flawless energy. I don't think everybody's gonna return to that shit, bro.
What I mean by the source is whatever sanctuary your family belong to, they will be sitting in the front, sending you off. Everybody gets to do that.
What you mean, like sanctuary? What you mean, like that?
Whatever, okay, say if you belong to the mosque or church, whatever, your family would sit in the front, viewing you, sending you off. Everybody gets to do that. That's equality. There's nobody in the cemetery better than the next person. That's equality. Death.
Oh. Oh, that's what you mean. Because I thought it was going to let me up to purgatory and be like, what up, though? We in purgatory, bitch. I ain't going to heaven nor here. I'm staying right here.
I mean, you got people with the fanciest, headstone. Some of them got whole gigantic monuments and mausoleums and all that stuff, mausoleums, whatever you call it. Yet nobody in that cemetery is deader than the other. They're equally as dead. That's equality.
I look at it
And
like this.
if to add on to that is if there was anything that people say, okay, the person went to a better place. If the person went to a better place, why wouldn't you welcome that? If it's a better place, why wouldn't anybody welcome or look forward to going to that better place? And as far as I've been here, I never heard somebody come back and say, well, you know what it is? It's the bomb over there on the other side, you know. Parking Big made up and all the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever came back and told us that.
Yo, you about to say something, Lo?
I'm trying, I'm definitely, me, like I be listening, bro, and I be trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, like exactly where people be coming from. But I think when you die, like they said, energy can't be destroyed, only transferred. That's what we are. So our energy is going to be transferred somewhere. We don't know where the fuck it's going to go. But when we die,
I don't disagree with that.
What level, what vibration are you on? Are you going to die in that? Bro, it was this thing. They had like all of these different frequencies, like shame, guilt. Start from the bottom to the top. Shame, guilt. I will have to find it and shit. But it's like people die at really low vibrations. I feel like we don't all die in the same frequency. We don't die on the same vibration. And I think that will play a part in what happens after that. Because there's people living in hell right now in their head.
Oh yeah, I mean a whole lot of people, because hell and heaven is two conditions in life.
Mm-hmm.
Those are conditions in life. Because if it's hell below, we all gonna go.
And why do angels have weapons in heaven? As above, so below.
That's funny. That's actually fucking funny, Hurykane. Motherfucker pull out a sword. Gabriel pull out a sword on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Imagine Michael with a switch or some shit in heaven.
Like, what's the weapons for? Who y'all fighting? Who y'all game banging against? Shiva and them? The fucking dragon guys of China and shit. Who the fuck y'all banging with?
So do y'all believe
salute
in the Anunnakis and the giants and all that Anunnakis and the giant stuff?
Right, like who they fighting? There's some game banging on the spiritual level. But I think I saw that chart on those emotional levels and shit.
Yeah.
And I think it says something about like whatever frequency you in, like you go into that realm or like that like sort of source. I forgot what I read, but that chart was part of it. And like it was like whatever frequency you in now is where you're gonna go. So like for example, let's say I'm a warrior. I might go to the frequency of the warriors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, what up though, Kane? I saw you fighting. What up though, Nick? You know what I'm saying? Or like teachers and healers, they might go to that little realm or some shit. But like, I forgot what culture that was from, and I forgot what I read. But that chart was part of it. And there was another like I think like connected to that chart was like an emotional chart on the emotion levels and shit and frequencies and shit of emotions. And then it went to the chart of the chakra system. So I was like, okay, yeah. I remember seeing that this around like 2009, 2010 area. I first started doing my stuff. But I don't know where we go. But if I'm going to the source, we got some questions. And if I don't like those answers, somebody's catching hands.
Yeah, bro. I don't.
Hey, did you hear me though? Do y'all believe in that Anunnaki giant shit stuff? I mean, I don't want to call it shit though.
Oh, well, like the Sumerians believe in the Anunnaki, but I can't say I necessarily fuck with it. Like I like the stories. I find them intriguing and interesting and entertaining. But some of the shit do correspond with other origin stories and shit. Like that's what make it even more interesting when you do the connections with other shit. And but I don't know. I don't really truly know, but I know I don't believe it until they come back in that mothership and be like, okay, those motherfuckers was real. But let me ask them a question: are you the Anunnaki or the Zeta Grays? Or the Aurelians, whatever the fuck. Don't come down here and trick a nigga. Are you reptilian, motherfucker? Oh, they catching hands. Laser beams from DARPA. Then we going all out. But somebody had something to say before Monkey Man said something. Anybody? Like, Fight of the Gods is pretty fun. Fight game. Play Jesus, Shiva, and Thor. Yeah, but I like those God games too. Salute.
I'm finna roll one up and sit back and watch.
I feel you. Yeah. I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. Probably about maybe 10 more minutes. Fucking about 10, 15 probably because I'm only StreamYard anytime minutes. But I get all my hours back on the 22nd. So I'll be good. We can go all out. So damn, I had a question, but I was like, damn, I lost it because I'm high. I'm fucking high.
That's the Most High, the one who smoked the most weed.
Yo. Facts. Oh, yo. Enemies Public. Like, you dropped something earlier about old girl that was talking like a revolutionary. Man, that shit was powerful. That made me want to go out there and just go ballistic when you posted that shit. She was going in.
The young sister, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the one with the fro that was saying, fuck these motherfuckers.
Yeah, they out there in DC wilding, bro. Donald Trump sent the troops out there, and he just superseding and disrespecting the authority of the mayor and all the whole police force by sending the National Guard out in DC when crime is down in DC. But he's in DC and he wants to control everything. Whenever a president or any politician controlling all the agencies, you'll have tyranny. That's tyranny that's going on in this country right now. People don't understand it. He want to control every agency in the country, and now he's disrespecting the mayor because that's supposed to be the mayor's call whether or not the National Guard come to his city, running around in his city. And if I was a mayor in the city, like Ras Baraka in Newark, and people running around my city without checking me and my police chief and whoever under me, it'll be a standoff. Straight up. It'll be a standoff. You're not gonna supersede and undermine my authority. I don't care who you are. The people elected me. And I'm gonna protect those who elected me. It would be a standoff in the city. I would tell my police, don't help them. If you see them running around in my city violating people's rights, arrest them.
What? That shit happened in Jersey? When was this? That shit happened in Jersey? When was this?
The mayor of Newark, New Jersey got arrested because he stood up for the people out there.
What? Damn.
And that's what that sister said in DC. Donald Trump deployed the National Guard to supersede and do the police work out there. National Guard don't got arresting powers like the police do, the local police do. I would tell my cops, look, tell them dudes they gotta bounce. That's it. They gotta bounce. But you know what though? We are witnessing the unraveling. That's what we're witnessing, the unraveling. So we should just get our popcorn and just watch. That's it. When they start infighting and both of your enemies start fighting, You don't break them up. You give them weapons.
Right, let them fight. That's the art of war, nigga. Let them niggas go at it.
And let them destroy each other. That's what you do. You just let them destroy each other. And the giants that they refer to in the scripture is not a one person, it's a government. It's a government. That's the giant that people are afraid of. It's governments that people are afraid of. And people don't realize that a wise man said that unity is more powerful than a nuclear bomb. That's preventing us from toppling the giant. People being divided.
Facts. Yeah.
Once the people unite, giants gonna get toppled real fast.
That's the thing. They every day they like these niggas ain't gonna come together. Like humanity, the class we in.
And then you got some, Then you got some who work for those giants. You know what I'm saying? You know, the race soldiers. And when I say race soldiers, I mean everybody who put their uniform on. I don't care if you blue, black. You are a race soldier.
Yeah.
Not just the white cops. You are a race soldier if you wear that, and especially if you're running around with them doing what they do. You are a race soldier. Sister was
This the shit that went viral. This the shit that went viral of a motherfucking black police cop that was getting roasted by his old classmates. They was like, nigga, you a cop. They do a play with the shot. Nigga, I think that shit viral now.
Exactly.
Got his ass.
I mean, you know, if you take the job and you do what they want to be perceived as, then that's okay. But they want to be heroes without being it. They want to stick their chest out and be heroes without being a hero. And don't do no acts of heroism. They have this authoritarian damn mentality. You know what I'm saying? And they want to bully people around. But you know what though? I'm telling you, Donald Trump is the anomaly that's going to cause the destruction. I'm telling you, he's going to cause the destruction. He's that anomaly that the minister talked about. He's going to destroy. He's going to be responsible for toppling the United States and the rest of this corrupt ass world. All governments. Why? Because he's that man. He's lawless, and he's going to put people who's going to listen to him in those positions, which really is tyranny. He's not supposed to. How can you imagine? You're a top ranked soldier in the military. You work to maintain your body. You sharp. You're disciplined. And you got to salute a fat, sloppy ass dude wearing a damn wig made out of damn fucking hamster stomach when he get off the plane. Trump, you got to salute him when he get off the plane. He never came through the ranks, but he gets to decide who the top soldier is.
That shit crazy.
That's crazy.
Yep.
He's that anomaly that's going to cause the destruction of this nation and other nations. He's that anomaly.
Yep. All right, we have 53, 54.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
We got to do it before I go, brother. We got to do a joint venture, brother. I'm just letting you know that.
For sure. You already know. You already know. You already know whether it's hip hop or others, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be cold.
Indeed. Salute to you, brother. Thanks for allowing me to come up.
Yep.
Peace and
Shout
power.
out to everybody. Yep. Peace and power.
Peace and power to everybody. Peace and power and to everybody in the chat also.
Yeah. Shouts out to everybody coming through. Shouts out to Bronze. What's good? Shouts to Low Key. Shouts out to Monkey Man for coming through, giving their perspectives and input on this Sunday service. I opened up the chat for y'all, man, because I couldn't do it on the last one. I was running low on time. But I said on the second service, I was going to get it done. I was going to do it. For sure, for sure. And this was a great second service. This second service was on point. Shouts out to all y'all. Shouts out to Enemies Public. Shouts out to Monkey Man. Shouts out to Low Key. Shouts out to Quentin Emerson in the building. Shouts out to Cito Boy. Yeah, what's good? What's good? Hey, yo, bro, I can finally tell you personally, yo, Cito Boy, yo, your verse was cold, bro. Your verse was cold. Your verse was cold, bro. That's a motherfucking straight up match the energy, you know, it was cold. You had like, you know, like a little speed in it and shit. I was like, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, yo, Cito Boy, no, yo, that was fire. That was fire, bro. And you popped up right after my verse too. I was like, oh shit. You know, because I was expecting a hook. I wasn't expecting a verse. I was like, yeah, yo, shit caught me off guard. The shit was on point. Good looking. And salute to Bronze. Salute to K. What K at? You know I saw K earlier. Shouts out to K. What up, yo? Shouts out to Vonta, my first lady. She ain't make it through on this second service, but I know she'll catch the playback. She'll catch the playback. Shouts out to Nagajini. What's good? What's good? Edgar Mendex, what's good? What's good, man? Shouts out. Shouts out. Thank y'all for leaving comments. Thank y'all for popping up. It's the Hurricanes Sunday Hood service. And we talked about it in the beginning. Damn, I forgot what I fucking played at the beginning. Oh, yeah. Talked about Paul and his bullshit. And we talked about there is going to be no rapture or Jeebus. And then everybody came on the panel, gave their perspective, input, opinions. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all make this Sunday service what it is. Y'all, you know, like, it's popping. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. You say, hey, yeah, you have to follow my lead. But that was cold. That was cold. Thank you. Cito Boy killed that verse. No, that was a nice verse. For sure, for sure. Matched the energy, flowing. It was cold. And I think Monkey Man said he's something else. I got to go check my band lab. Again. Like, I think we got another track to work on. Cito. I'm about to start working on it. Sure, if I like what I hear, now that shit might get dropped in the next couple fucking hours. But shit, I hit you up in the messages on the band lab and let you know if I'm done with the verse. But shouts out to everybody coming through, man. All the truth. This is the Hurykane Sunday Hood service, and over here we gon' ask some questions. Question everything. You already know what it is. God, help! All right, y'all. Stay up. Hope you have a cool Sunday. And message of the day: protect your energy, protect your fucking surroundings, protect yourself, and keep your spatial awareness up, and keep your head up, keep that bread up, and you know, y'all the truth. Shouts out to all y'all.